Welcome to the Deep Dive, the place where we turn complex research into immediate, fascinating insights.
Today, we're sort of swapping out our cluttered desks for something much cleaner.
We're packing our minimalist suitcases and we're heading straight to the heart of Tokyo.
Right, for a deep look at functional simplicity, we're talking about the MUGI Hotel Ginza.
Now, for anyone who's maybe new to the brand, MUGI or Muji Rushin,
Yeah,
it's all about its lack of labels, right?
exactly. It focuses on simple, functional design.
Yeah.
And this hotel, it isn't just a collection of rooms. The sources call it the ultimate accommodation embodiment of the MUGI brand.
It's a chance for guests to actually live what they call the MUGI way.
Yep.
And our mission for this deep dive is to unpack what I think is a really spectacular paradox.
Yeah.
On one hand, you have this incredibly calming, natural, physical experience of the hotel. All wood, stone, peaceful lighting.
Right. But running alongside that is this incredibly dense technological and legal infrastructure,
Including a very complex privacy policy.
which you absolutely need to run an operation like this in, one of the densest cities on Earth.
It's simplicity that's powered by massive complexity.
And to really get it, you have to picture yourself in Ginza, Tokyo.
Mhm.
This is not a cheap or quiet place to build and operate.
Not at all.
It's an internationally famous district, a mix of venerable department stores, renowned boutiques, the whole scene.
And long-established sushi restaurants, it's a very competitive environment.
And the hotel actually encourages you to get out into that. They champion this popular local activity, Jinbura.
Which just means what? Leisurely wandering through Ginza.
That's it. And the hotel itself is completely integrated into that fabric. It's not some separate tower. It sits on the 6th to the 10th floors,
Yeah.
right above MUGI's global flagship store.
Which is a brilliant use of that premium real estate. And that efficiency, I assume, dictates the whole design.
It does.
So let's start with that philosophy. They don't use the usual hotel buzzwords. What are they actually trying to do with the design?
Well, they define it as anti-gorgeous, anti-cheap.
Okay, what does that mean?
It's not about over-the-top luxury. It's about providing great sleep at the right price. It's about creating a space that, really supports both your body and your soul.
So if they're anti-gorgeous, how far do they go with these sustainable, functional materials? Is it just basic wood, or are they really digging deep?
Oh, they dig incredibly deep. The design is heavy on wood, stone, and earth.
Yeah.
Natural textures.
Right.
But here's the detail that really got me. The interior design. It incorporates repurposed paving stones
For where?
from the Tokyo trolleyways from 100 years ago.
Wait, 100 years?
100 years. They literally brought parts of the city's past into the building. And they also use recycled materials from actual ship debris.
Wow, incorporating a century of Tokyo infrastructure and then literal ship parts into the walls. That's not just simple, that is deeply intentional.
Precisely. And that intention, it extends to everything about rest. The amenities are hyper-focused on well-being.
So the beds.
The mattresses are informed by extensive sleep and posture research. They didn't just buy them off the shelf.
Right.
And the lighting is scientifically designed to guide guests into what they call natural slumber. It avoids those harsh blues that mess with your sleep.
And I read even the bath towels were specifically chosen.
Yes, to be exceptionally gentle to the touch. It's an engineered calm. Every single decision is meant to reduce friction and stress.
Okay, let's talk about the rooms then, because in Ginza, you have to maximize every single square meter.
You do?
They have 79 total rooms, which seems like a lot for that location. What's the smallest one like?
That would be type A. And it really shows that efficiency. It's only 14 or 15 square meters. And get this, it's only 2.1 meters across.
That is compact.
But it proves you can still deliver a complete, thoughtful experience even with those kinds of constraints.
But they don't just have one size, do they?
No, not at all. They offer 9 room types, A through I. It reflects, the different needs of travelers, solo, business people, families.
Then type C is the most common one.
Right, that's their main utility room, 44 of those. A double bed in about 24 to 25 square meters. Very manageable.
But the unique rooms are where it gets really interesting. I was fascinated by type G, the bunk bedroom.
Yes, type G. They have 4 of those. Perfect for small families. It's a 2-story bunk bed setup.
Functional.
But they also infuse it with culture. The room has this wall bookcase with books themed around Huako Zhongguo.
Which translates to
Flower, bird, wind, and moon. It's a very intentional, calming detail.
And then there's type B with the traditional Japanese influence, low beds, a tatami space.
Right. But if you want the absolute top of the MUJI experience, you have to look at Type I.
The suite.
The suite. It's the largest room, 52 square meters, and there's only one of them. It's separated into different spaces, living, rest, a study area.
But the real luxury isn't the size, it's the bathtub, right?
Exactly. The hinoki or Japanese cypress bathtub.
A cypress tub. That scent alone must be an incredible experience. It links you right back to those natural materials.
That does.
And that's what strikes me. When you're in any of these rooms, you aren't just using MUJI products.
You're leaving inside the catalog.
Exactly. The room is a fully functional, integrated showroom.
Every detail, from the slippers to the scent.
Yeah.
It's all part of the brand. Guest reports often mention the grapefruit scent from the fragrance diffuser.
Which was probably chosen for its relaxing properties.
Doubt.
And they even give you pajamas, though the sources are clear you can't take those home.
Right, for use only. And that seamlessness, it extends vertically through the whole building. The hotel is integrated with that huge MUJI Ginza flagship store below.
Which is truly immense. What, something like a 7,000 item selection?
Approximately, yeah.
And it's all tied to that ethos. Eat well, walk more, sleep well, clean often. It's a genius business model, isn't it?
It is.
Guests can literally buy the dinnerware they just used for breakfast downstairs in the diner.
Speaking of food, the dining options are really comprehensive. On the 6th floor, next to the lobby, you have WA. It's a traditional Japanese restaurant.
And they focus on regional specialties.
They do, and the menu changes every 3 months to keep it seasonal and local.
And for more everyday meals, there's the MUGI diner in the basement.
Right, that's where they have the breakfast buffet. About 2,000 yen for an adult. It has both Japanese and Western items.
I was surprised by how much food is in the store itself, though.
Oh, the flagship is a culinary destination. They have all these specialized MUJI food items. Instant miso soup, a whole frozen aisle with udon, dim sum, even pizza. It really delivers on that eat well promise.
And it's not just about consumption. They also have a cultural space, right? The Atelier MUJI Ginza.
Also on the 6th floor. It's a gallery for exhibitions and lectures, and it's also a lounge where guests can just relax.
And the bar there is something special.
The bar is amazing. It's crafted from a single slab of a 400-year-old camphor tree.
400 years old. That's such a powerful anchoring piece for a minimalist space.
It really is. And they also encourage you to get out and explore Ginza itself, offering things like a yukata dressing experience or rental jogging wear.
So it's all designed to create the simplest, most pleasant experience possible.
Managed with incredible efficiency. And that efficiency. Well, that brings us to our critical pivot.
Right.
Because providing that effortless experience requires some seriously complex logistics and digital management. This part is handled by a company called UDS Ltd.
And to run an international hotel in a place like this, you need a detailed privacy notice. That's non-negotiable.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's go behind that simple, clean curtain and look at the logistics. You mentioned UDS Ltd is the operator. Why does that matter to me as a guest?
Because they are the ones legally responsible for processing and protecting your data.
And the amount of data they collect to make a stay effortless, it's pretty broad.
Is surprisingly broad. Beyond the basics, name, gender, passport, credit card, they collect something they call guest stay information.
And what falls under that?
Just about everything related to your stay, your arrival and departure dates, the services you used, phone numbers you dialed from the room, and crucially, they explicitly state they collect observations about your service preferences. So they're watching your habits to refine their service.
That observation part is interesting, but here's the detail from the sources that really made me pause. Biometric data collection.
Yes, that is a key point. Their notice says they collect biometric information. That includes voice recognition.
If you use, say, an in-room smart speaker like Alexa.
Exactly. And also facial recognition. Plus, they're collecting constant streams of data from CCTV, from the electronic card key systems, and the internet systems while you're there.
So that simple, relaxing comfort of a MUGI room is achieved through a fully networked environment, one that's tracking your movements, your purchases, maybe even your voice.
It's a huge contrast. It's the cost of that convenience.
But what's reassuring is how they handle that data, right?
Yes. There's a clear framework. The data is primarily used for what they call contract performance, basically, delivering your stay and their own legitimate business interests, like security.
What about marketing? Are they selling your data?
This is where they draw a very sharp line. They state explicitly, They will not sell, distribute, or lease your personal data.
That's good to hear.
And if they want to share your data for marketing with any company outside their group, they need your specific express opt-in consent. It's a very strict standard.
And you, as the guest, you still have control.
You do. You have the legal right under data protection laws to request access, to correct, and even to erase your personal data.
And they hold on to it for how long?
Generally for 2 years after your relationship with them ends.
So we come full circle back to this beautiful duality. The physical experience is pure, functional calm, from 100-year-old paving stones to custom mattresses, all designed to help you find natural slumber.
It is.
But that effortlessness, that seamless comfort, it's underwritten by a vast, incredibly complex digital system.
A system that requires extensive data collection, tracking your habits, your biometrics, all just to keep the operation running smoothly and legally.
The MUJI Hotel Ginza gives you this perfect base to appreciate the vibrancy of Ginza and to experience an idealized, simple, pleasant life.
And that leads to our final provocative thought for you to consider.
When you check into a hotel that invites you to slow down and breathe in a space designed for natural simplicity, how much complexity are you willing to outsource to the unseen system that's managing your experience?
That's something to mull over until our next deep dive.